What happened when Scottish singer-songwriter Donovan joined the Beatles on their pilgrimage to India? Among many things, inspiration for one of his biggest hits, Hurdy Gurdy Man. Let's go behind the song. In 1968, Donovan joined the Fab Four on their mystical trip to study transcendental meditation with famed spiritual guru Maharishi. But after falling asleep on the beach one day, he had a dream about a cross-legged figure who appeared over the ocean. It was the Hurdy Gurdy Man, whom Donovan described as being a bit of himself, Maharishi, an instrument from the 16th century, and any singer-songwriter of the 1960s who advocated for peace and truth. After writing the song and returning to the States, he almost gave it to Jimi Hendrix to record, until producer Mickey Most urged Donovan to keep it for himself, knowing they had a hit on their hands. The Scotsman was still hoping Jimmy would record the legendary guitar solo that comes at the end of the song, but he was out of town. Still, Donovan was able to round up a not-too-shabby group of collaborators to help put together Hurdy Gurdy Man. British psychedelic guitarist Alan Holdsworth would lay down the solo, and Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page played other electric guitar parts, while bandmate John Paul Jones both arranged the music and played bass on the track. Even one of his travel companions to India, George Harrison, wrote a verse for the song. But because singles were kept at a tidy 3 minutes during this era, Donovan decided not to include it on the final version. To be fair, there's some debate over whether the dream that inspired the psychedelic folk jam came to him in India or during another trip he took to Jamaica around that time. Donovan himself suggested it could have been the latter, because as he remembers, very good ganja and 110 proof rum was involved. Given that this was 1968, it was easy to understand why his creative process was a bit hazy. Either way, Hurdy Gurdy Man ended up being the centerpiece of Donovan's 6th studio album of the same name. So what seems more likely? Was Hurdy Gurdy Man born out of a spiritual epiphany or too much weed and rum? Tell us in the comments. For American Songwriter, I'm Amanda Mertz.